There's been a mega market reset for Meta Platforms stock. Let's talk about the details. Welcome back, guys. Meta Platforms released earnings and it has outperformed expectations with a solid quarter. Give us a quick details here.
Yeah, right. I didn't really see anything wrong with the report. My take is they've gained leverage ×3. We've got increased users, we've got increased ad delivery, and we've got increased revenue per ad. All three of those things, plus the lean into efficiency, gave us a significant improvement in margins. 1,300 basis points for the operating margin. I mean, that's a huge number for a tech company. Generating oodles of cash flow. I think that they're set up well. This is really is a knee-jerk reaction to news, I think, and it is a market reset that should lead again to higher prices.
Okay, now, so despite strong Q1 results, Meta saw a 15% correction in its share price. What factors have contributed to this market reaction here, and how are we going to address those concerns going forward?
Well, right. I think Chris has an interesting point. I'll let him get to that in a second. But for me, it was the guidance and the capital CapEx. So guidance was in line with expectations. The market really wanted it to be better than expectations, the secret whisper number. And then they were increasing CapEx. The results support the increase in CapEx, but the market take is that it's costing more to get AI going than they thought. AI is not producing that outperformance they were expecting. And so the AI can has kind of been kicked down the road until next year.
Yeah, I noticed all the things that Thomas was saying last night after Meta reported. Then this morning we have the GDP, the first read on first quarter GDP came in lighter than expected. And sure enough, the yield for the 10-year bond went up significantly. That to me signals that there's a flight to safety. Tech stocks are always going to be the first ones to get hit. I don't know if the market was anticipating that last night when the sell-off started, but I think it's going to likely continue to pressure Meta stock as well as other tech stocks here in the short term.
Right. And that is a good point because there is negative pressure in the market right now. We're experiencing more of a broader market reset because of the outlook for the FOMC. But that's a whole different video, maybe next week.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at the analyst perspective here. How does Meta kind of interpret the mixed signal from analysts? Some are trimming targets, others are projecting significant stock price increases. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
Well, right. My take with the analysts is that it's mostly bullish. I mean, we do have some price target reductions in play, but the range of these new targets implies a at consensus or higher price target. With the market reset, we're looking at 20% upside at consensus with a chance of 50% at the high end. So again, we just give the market a chance to digest this news and get a new base. We should see the uptrend resume and some new highs set maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah, institutional investors, they're going to be wanting to make their numbers in the second quarter. If you've got tech stocks that are already close to where they were projecting them to be, that the stocks only have one way to go, and that's down in order for them to pop back up later on. And I think that's what's going on with Meta here.
Well, let's take a look at the long-term vision now here. How does Meta Platforms plan to sustain its market leadership amid rapid technological advancements that we're seeing? There's also been kind of an increased competition within the social media sector, right?
Well, yes, social media has always been super competitive, but Meta is really entrenching itself behind its moat. And that was one of the big takeaways from the analyst chatter was that the lean into AI is really helping the company to sustain that moat. And so it should help protect it over time.
One of the things that investors will want to pay attention to is the legislation that's moving through Congress with the ban on TikTok. Whether or not that will actually happen is yet to be seen. But if TikTok if that ban actually goes through, you can't help but think that that's going to be bullish for Meta.
Okay, guys, so given the volatility that we've seen and the potential 100% increase in stock price over the next, let's say, 12 to 18 months, what should investors know about investing in Meta right now? I mean, with a potential rebound in Meta stock on the horizon, what do we need to watch specifically?
Well, I think the market has entered a wait and see mode. It looks like they're buying the dip today. There's some pretty solid support at today's lows above some critical support levels, but I would expect to see some volatility over the next few weeks or months simply because of market conditions, nothing to do with Meta. You add in the Meta story, the volatility might be a little bit more pronounced, but I think it's a buy on the dip and hold it till it rips higher. You can see right here, the market peaked ahead of the earnings report, and this peak aligns with the analyst consensus, which right now is predicting about 20% upside. This candle here certainly looks pretty negative. We've got a tower reversal in play, but we're already showing support right here at the 150-day moving average. Now let's look at the daily chart. And you can see pretty strong buying right here on that average. It looks like this level at the bottom of this gap is pretty solid support. I would expect to see this market consolidate in this range and then possibly move higher by the end of the year.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in today. If you want to stay on top of Meta's next move, go ahead and text the word YouTube to 68285 to get free breaking news alerts for the stock and others that matter the most to you. Of course, we'll be following the stock right here at MarketBeat, so stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys. Imagine investing in the next big stock before it hits its peak. Our exclusive report, 7 stocks that could be bigger than Tesla, Nvidia, and Google, introduces you to the growth stocks set to skyrocket, offering unmatched returns for your investment. These aren't just any stocks, they're the carefully selected potential market leaders of tomorrow. Download this free report now to discover the next big superstars.